Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about debit cards and all of the reasons why you should stop using them today. Overall, when you look at some of the financial advisors, when you look at Dave Ramsey, all of the input and the feedback that he gives us, he says, you know what never made millionaires? It is rewards programs on credit cards, but funding them, doing it responsibly, making sure you're paying off the balances. Credit cards are far more beneficial than people kind of lead on to if, again, they are used responsibly, if they are used as a tool, which again is what I wanted to talk about today, as well as stop using the debit card, guys. Now, debit cards, again, having a financial institution background, coming from banking, I do not have a debit card. That is right, might be a little bit shocking, but I do not have a debit card. Even coming from, again, the financial industry, there is no reason to use a debit card because you lose a lot of benefits. You lose a lot of things that you get from credit cards, again, if they are managed properly. Number one being debit card fraud means you're out of your money. So this is kind of a different concept to understand. So when you actually use a debit card, your debit card is linked to a checking account. The checking account is linked to your funds. That is right, guys. So let's say, for instance, you have $1,000 in your account. You have fraud on your account. That $1,000 could be at risk that you're utilizing to pay bills, that you're utilizing to buy groceries, that you're utilizing to use a bunch of different things. Now, there has been articles recently from Chase. There's been articles from a lot of different institutions where some cases, depending on the fault of what it is or the type of fraud that it is, you might not get your money back for days, weeks, even months once they do the investigation to return those funds. That can be very detrimental when you're tying up your funds in your checking account that you had allocated for something else, guys. Now, again, if you look at your statement, if you look at anything that is linked to specifically your checking account, this is where you could find the liability, is if there's fraud, if there is something fishy, if there's a dispute, anything of that nature, chances are you're not getting your money back right away. And again, that could be money that you're utilizing to pay your bills or things of that nature. Now, second biggest point is debit cards do not improve your credit score, regardless of who you are, regardless of if you're broke, if you're a millionaire. It doesn't make a difference, guys. Debit cards will never improve your score because they are linked to a checking account. They are not based on credit. However, utilization of a credit card could. Now, this is kind of a double-edged sword. When it comes to credit card utilization, you want to stay about 30% of your credit card utilization or less, which means if you have a $1,000 limit, you want to keep that balance 300 or under. But essentially, if you are using a rewards card, and I cannot stress this enough, guys, if you are utilizing a rewards card, it is something you need to pay off every single month in its entirety. Use it as the tool that you actually want to have it as. You want to get those rewards. You do not want to be paying interest on that card every single month to accumulate those rewards, because the chances are 9 times out of 10, you're paying more interest on that card than what the benefit or what the reward from the card is actually providing. But when it comes to rewards, guys, they can be very, very beneficial, again, if they are used in the method that that the credit card companies don't want you to use them in. So debit cards typically don't earn rewards, which we've seen this a lot. There has been some lately that offer like a 1% back. But when you look at cashback credit cards, when you look at travel credit cards, there is a much, much higher incentive to use those rewards cards. And the reason is the credit card companies know they're going to make money. So the only way to really win in this scenario, guys, is to pay off those cards in their entire balance. And of course, you're building your credit score up by not carrying a limit. You're building your payment history, which is 35% of your credit score. The capacity of the card is staying real solid because, again, you're paying off the card every single month. You're accumulating those rewards cards. Now, when you look at some of the cashback rewards cards, it could be 1%, 2%, 5%. Even I use my M1 card, which there's a link right down below. I use my M1 owner's rewards card, which actually offers up to 10% back on purchases, which is absolutely unheard of. It is my absolute favorite card because, again, I do not use debit cards. I only utilize one single credit card that I pay off actually every 2 weeks. So I do my monthly expenses. I do my budgeting. I spend, what I need to, whether it's buying gas, whether it's going to Sam's Club, whether it's, just going out for a night on the town. Everything goes onto one single card. Every 2 weeks when I get paid, the card is paid off in full, meaning I fully benefit from those rewards. So far in the course of the year, I've made about $1,200 in rewards, which again is money that, as a millionaire, yes, I'm not a millionaire by any means, but the rewards might not benefit someone who has an incredible amount of money. Debit card rewards or credit card rewards do not make people millionaires, but it can offset some of the prices that you're paying for goods and services anyways. If you're doing shopping at Walmart, if you're going to Target, if you're going to Kroger, whatever, if you're getting 1.5% back on things that you are buying anyways, it is really a win in my opinion, guys. And again, the only way this really works is if you pay the card off in its entirety. Now, debit cards also don't offer additional price protection, additional purchase protection. There are a lot of cards out there that have a lot of perks where if I buy an item for a price, the price goes down. They will actually refund me the difference. I know Citibank does this. There's a couple cards that will refund you the difference that is in there. Also the purchase protection, where you can actually dispute items with your credit card company. Again, that can be looked at differently if things come damaged, if things come differently. They're also offering things through some cards, guys, that will monitor your credit, that'll protect your credit, that will help you return things. There is a entire slew of benefits for using these cards, because even if you're paying it off, guys, meanwhile, the credit card companies might not be getting your interest. They are still getting the exchange fees. So when you go to Walmart, even though you're using your card everywhere, Visa, MasterCard, these credit card companies are still getting exchange fees from every single transaction. So they are still benefiting, where debit cards do the exact same. But again, debit cards do not get the same level of protection that we're seeing with credit cards. Now, debit cards, utilization of debit cards could mean, again, you're missing out on a lot of the cardholder perks. Make sure that you do use, your card, and really do your research, guys. Read the fine print when it comes to these credit cards, making sure some of them have access to airport lounges, they have travel insurance. There's a lot of different things, a lot of insurance that comes, even phone insurance I've seen. There's been a lot of different things and different products and services that these credit card companies offer that can benefit you greatly. Now, another one, guys, the final point that I want to talk about is if you're getting hotels, car rentals, a lot of different places, they hold your funds. I have seen this quite a bit where, hey, we booked a car rental, hey, we booked a hotel. They are holding X amount of dollars out of your checking account for an extended amount of time. We've even seen where, hey, the hotel ended, on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The hold is still there from the place where you stayed, meaning you have, again, zero access to your account. In addition, guys, for most institutions, most financial institutions, debit cards also come with overdraft protection, or they come with fees. There are a lot of fees if you overdraw your account because your funds are on hold. You can get a lot of different overdraft fees that we've seen, as well as just an absolute slew of fees. President Biden at this time is trying to eliminate these junk fees, is what he kind of calls it, to get rid of and kind of streamline the fee process that we see. Now, guys, with that being said, there is one big perk and one reason that I have to talk about utilizing the debit card, or a reason or a logic behind why you should use the debit card. One and one only is if you need physical cash. That is really the big one, guys. So if you need physical cash, having a debit card to get physical cash, $20 bills out of ATMs, or doing cash back at a different place like CVS, a couple ones around here do offer cash back. The big reason for that, guys, is it gives you access to the cash that is in the account. If you do cash advances on credit cards, I really advise against it. A majority of the time, there is a much higher APR when it comes to doing cash advances on credit cards, which is the reason why it is not beneficial, guys, to do them if you need physical cash. Debit card is still the way to go. If you want to make a purchase anywhere in the world, credit cards with the rewards programs that they have. And again, you have to be very disciplined to spending and paying off that card every single time. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you do use debit cards or credit cards, what kind of rewards are you getting from those cards? And as always, thank you guys for watching.